Okay, that gets us one step closer there. We just need to get rid of here. And this one we can actually divide by 6 now to get it down to 1. Okay, so I'm going to tear this sheet and I'm going to draw me some more matrices right here. So let's go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Space it over a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make this. Alright, so remember, the column's not going to change, column's not going to change, column's not going to change. What's going to change is what we tell it to change. So from here to there, what do I want to change? Well, first I want to say that R5 divided by 6 and then change R5. That way I can have my 1 right there. That'd be awesome. Okay? And then I'm going to get rid of that 6 and that 3. So that means R4, it's going to be, let me scratch that, negative 6 R4, because I got to get rid of positive 6, plus row 2, and I'm going to change row 2. I'm going to do just those two operations right now going up. So remember, column's not going to change, column's not going to change, column's not going to change. Here's where the change is going to occur from here to our right. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, oh, 0, 1, 0, 0. Now, column 4 is not going to change. It's just going to be 1, 3, and 5. Here's where my augment's going to occur. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one first. So that's going to be 0, 1, and 2. So what we found out so far right now is that 1, E, is a positive 2. That's what this column now tells us, because remember, this is our E column. It was A, B, C, D, E. Okay? Now, row 3 is not going to change, so let's go ahead and write down row 3. Row 3. Row 1 is not going to change. Let's go ahead and write down the rest of row. Oops, 27, not 24. Alright? Now, what is going to change is going to be row 2. So what we're saying is going to change. So, negative 6 here is going to give me negative 6, negative 18, negative 30. All that's got to be added together. It's going to be a little rough on us, but that's alright. So, negative 6 plus 6 is going to give me the 0 that I want. Negative 18 plus 2 is going to give me negative 16. Negative 16, I'm sorry, negative 30 plus 1 is going to give me negative 29. Okay. So those are the two changes that occurred in that one. Alright, now we're going to have to get rid of the 3, and then we're going to have to work our way up and get rid of 3, 4, and 16 and 13. Okay, so let's get rid of the 3 real quick. Now we're moving back down. Augment. Let me draw out my matrix. I'm getting pretty close to being done, so this is awesome. Okay, so remember that column, none of that's going to wind up changing. Okay, what's going to wind up changing is only going to be this number, and this number. That's the only stuff that's going to change. So let's write that out. Let's go row 4. Now what do I have to do to row 4 to get rid of that 3 right there? Well, I'm going to have to say a negative 3 row 4 plus row 3, and then I'm going to change row 3. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish first 2 rows because they are not going to change on this one. And then I'm going to write down my last 3 rows because they're not going to, or last 2 rows because they're not going to change on this one. Then remember, this is the only part of it that is changing. Okay, so negative 3, negative 9, and negative 15. That's what's all going to be added together. So I'm going to get 0 here. Negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5. Negative 15 plus 3, negative 12. Okay? You got a pretty good idea of what numbers are about to become what. Okay? So, now, we're just going to work our way through here. Let's work with the 3 first and work our way up. Okay? 1. In order to get rid of a 3, I'm going to say row 5. Remember, all these are going to be row 5s plus the other rows. We're going to do all the remaining changes at one time. So in order to get rid of row 1, we're going to have to say multiply by negative 13, multiply by positive 16, multiply by positive 5, and multiply by negative 3. We're going to add to row 1, add to row 2, add to row 3, add to row 4, and then we're going to change row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. Okay? So, negative 13 times 2 is going to be negative 26. So my first column is going to wind up being 1, 0, 0, 0. Last 0, time to augment. Well, remember, negative 13 times 2 is negative 26. Negative 26 plus 27 is going to be 1. So A equals 1. Okay, column A. So 0, 1, 0, 0. We're going to make this into a 0, right? Because we're going to multiply by 16. 2 times 16 is 32. 32 minus 29 is going to be a positive 3. Make sure. Yeah, positive 3. So B will equal 3. Alright. 0, 0, 1. 0, negative 5, we're going to multiply that by 5, or I'm sorry, negative 1 times 5 minus 5 is going to give you that 0. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 12 is going to give me negative 2 here. So C will equal negative 2. So far, so good. 0, 0, 0, that's my 1. Now remember, we're multiplying this one by negative 3 now. Negative 3 plus 3, 0. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. So D equals negative 1. And then my last one, unchanged, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2. So lets me say that E is 2. Let's start with our very first equation and give us a double check real quick, okay? So my very first equation, going back to it, looking at it, is A plus B minus C minus D minus E equals 5. So, if we say that, okay, let me slide this up. So if we say that, A plus B minus C minus D minus E equals 5. Let's come back in and plug in our numbers. So 1 plus 3 minus negative 2 minus negative 1 minus 2 equals 5. Okay, 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 2 plus 1 minus 2. 6 plus 1 minus 2. 7 minus 2 equals 5. Okay? Now this may look like a lot of extra work. I'm just being extra sure because we put in a lot of work into this. Okay? So, A is 1, B is 3, C is -2, D is -1, E is 2. So total, guys, and I'll put this in the notes, total you wound up needing to make 10 different matrices. Okay, and amongst those 10 different matrices, we performed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different row operations. Okay? Now this is an extreme version of matrix row operations, but once you get beyond 3 variables, it's maybe the only way that we can solve for individual variables without going into very deep calculus. Okay? So, you guys get these notes done, and I will see you guys in class on Tuesday. Enjoy.